viewers and listeners to this a special program. Here, myself and Vidwan T.S. Chandrashekar are trying to say also, because we are going to explain the different schools, because Mridangam doesn't have a standard method of teaching, and each Vidwan has been taught only in their schools in which their gurus have taught them. Similarly, since there is no common method of teaching and my common school of playing and all, even the fingering techniques, even the alphas and the pathaksharas are different from each school. So now we are trying to just project the different schools, because myself and T.S. Chandrashekar, we belong to different schools. My school has been taught to me I think most of the viewers know that one great Ghatam legend, K.S. Manjunathan. He is my guru. His school of teaching has been brought down from L.S. Shakespeare Rao, who belongs to some Pudukkottai style. But there is no Bani or style in the present way, in which different schools are teaching their students. So the school in which I have studied, and the method of playing, method of teaching, and the way in which the lessons are formed and developed are different. As I have already told you, it is different in different schools, and I will try to showcase the way in which I have been taught, and the pathaksharas also, and the pathaksharas, how they are played also. I will show how each different way. I will recite the pathaksharas also and play how those pathaksharas are played. And of course, there are certain differences in pathaksharas and the way in which they are played also, because for convenience of reciting the pathaksharas in Konokol, the combinations of the letters or the pathaksharas are easily understandable and easily recitable. The same pathaksharas, I can't play the same. So the way in which those pathaksharas are played are different from the pathaksharas, the initial pathaksharas with which we started our school. And the gradual development of the pathas, the lessons, and the way in which how we develop in our school, and how we reach a particular stage where there are certain things which are common to all the schools, and how those higher lessons are taught in our school. And at the same time, after I show the school of playing and all, first of all, I will show the salfas, that means the beginning lessons and beginning pathaksharas, and how they are played, and how they are gradually increased. They are gradually increased in the number of letters that form a group and all. First of all, I will just show the preliminary lessons that are taught in our school. Of course, the Basic Pataksharas are almost are same in all schools. That is, we start with one ta, dhi, tom, nam. And then two times ta, ta, dhi, dhi, tom, tom, nam, nam. Then ta, kitta, dhi, kitta, tom, kitta, nam, kitta. How they are played, I will just show now. And T.S. Chandrashekar will show how they have the same aksharas are taught in his school of teaching. Normally, in all the schools, the basic or the starting pataksharas are the same. They are ta, dhi, tom, nam. In our school, it is played like this. Ta, dhi, tom, nam. Ta is this. Dhi is played like this. Tom is played on the left side. Nam is played on the right side. With the forefinger being the prominent finger that is used to play the nam. Then the same patha is played twice. Each syllable is played twice. Ta, ta, dhi, di, tom, tom, nam, nam. And each letter is played 4 times in the next lesson. Ta, 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 dhi, 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 tom, 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 nam, 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 nam. Here, you please observe the fingering technique we use for playing dhi. It is played with these two fingers, the middle finger and the ring finger, with slightly bent so that we play only with the front portion of the fingers, like this. Here, these two fingers have a double bend like this. Then it will facilitate to play these strokes with the front portion of these fingers. Then next, we improvise on this. We play ta, ki, ta, dhi, ki, ta, tum, ki, ta, nam, ki, ta. Here, ki is again dhi. How we play ki is also like how we play dhi in tadi tum nam. I will show you. Ta, ki, ta. Here, ta is actually played with the same forefinger on the center of this karne, like this. So this is called ki. The same formation of these two fingers is also played for dhi. Ta, ki, ta, dhi, ki, ta. You observe dhi and ki are the same. Dhi, ki, ta, tum, ki, ta, nam, ki, ta. And then next, ta, kita, kita, taka. That means kita is played twice, and taka is added to that. Again, ta is played on the left side as we play in tadi tumnam, and ka is again dhi. So these two fingers are used to play dhi, dhi, and ki and ka. Ta, kita, taka. Dhi, kita, taka. Here again, dhi and ki are same. Dhi, kita, taka. Tum, kita, taka. Nam, kita, taka. Nam, kita, taka. This is only once with kita. And this is improvised by playing 2 times kita. Ta, kita, kita, taka. Dhi, kita, kita, taka. Tum, kita, kita, taka. Nam, kita, kita, taka. Then the next lesson would be ta, kita, taka, dhi, kita, taka, tum, kita, nam, kita, taka. After these, we actually start. We were actually taught a set of four lines, which are called verses in our school. That is ta, kitta, kitta, taka. Dhiku, kitta, kitta, taka. Here, one more special formation of these solfas are introduced, which is called dhiku, kitta, kitta, taka. Here, we say these these letters as dhiku, kitta, kitta, taka. But how we play, I will show you. Here, for playing dhiku, kitta, kitta, taka, we use this four finger for playing dhi. Dhi, ku, kitta, kitta. Ku becomes ku is played on the left side like taya, ta. Dhiku, kitta, kitta, taka. Ta, kitta, kitta, taka. Dhiku, kitta, kitta, taka. Dhi, kitta, kitta, taka. Dhiku, kitta, kitta, taka. Tum, kitta, kitta, taka. Dhiku, kitta. Kitta, kitta, taka. Dhiku, kitta, kitta, taka. Here, you please observe, the first four letters is only tadhi tomnam. So different combinations of these solfas, the letters we are going to play now further also. In these verses, all these verses actually start from tadhi tomnam. There will be 4 lines, and it is tadhi tomnam. Such verses, about 40 to 50 verses, different varieties are taught to us. They were, I have been taught, and afterwards, we were taught what is chapo. Chapo is played like this. With this chapo, we were taught to play how nata tarikita using this chapo. Nata tarikita, nata tarikita taka. I'm sorry. Nata tarikita taka. Nata tarikita taka. And with this, a different set of lessons were taught to us. Those set of letters are called muharas. The name muharas is actually adopted for playing at the end of a thini. But we call these sets as muharas. Now I will just ask Mr. T.S. Chandrashekar to explain how he has been taught and what is a school of playing in their school.
Thank you, sir, and my pranams to you, and welcome to all the audience. Now, I will say a line about my guru at the school. My guru, K. Krishnamurti, he was the disciple of 4 gurus, C.K. Ayyavadi Iyer, Palghat Badi Iyer, Palghat Kunjubadi Iyer, and M.L. Veerabhadraya. All were at the same Tanjore style school. My guru, he taught me for 18 years, and same letters and same portions as, actually we call him Guru. All percussions in Karnataka, we call Sir A.V. Anand sir as our Guru, and we respect him. And always we remember him before getting into the, along with my Guru, before getting on the platform, we definitely remember them, because he encourages us to that level, and that only qualification can come to here. And coming back to all the lessons, what he said, there are here and there are some differences, but there are good things in Pudukkode style and as far as the Tanjore style. And both the things, they are taken, all good things we have to adopt and we have to take it nowadays. But still, as my Guru, he taught all the lessons in Tanjore style. So I will just show you. First, Taddi Tomnam, I will just play. So he just said, once Taddi Tomnam, then Tata Didi Tom Tom Nam Nam. Then it is Tata Tata Didi Tom 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 Tom, and four syllables. But my Guru, he taught me ta di tom nam, ta ta di di tom tom nam nam, ta 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 di di tom 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 nam nam nam, ta 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 di di tom 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 nam 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 nam. Of course, certain things, as my elders and seniors they just said, and it need not be said actually. Everything, including fingering and posture and everything, they have done it according to the science. Scientifically, they have developed all those things. How to keep the hand, how to make the wrist, use the wrist to the maximum extent, and when the fingers have to be separated, and when they should be together to increase the power and the effect of the syllables. Now I will try to play and show you how I learnt all these lessons as ta di tom nam, ta ta di tom tom nam nam, ta 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 di tom 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 nam nam nam. Then ta kita, di kita, tom kita, nam kita. All keeping as taddi tomram as pillars. They have developed, gradually they have developed all the lessons. Then it comes ta kita kita taka, di kita kita taka, tom kita kita taka, nam kita kita taka. Then ta kita kita taka, ta kita kita taka, ta kita kita taka, tata kita kita taka. Dhi kita kita taka, dhi kita kita taka, dhi kita kita taka, dhidi kita kita taka, tom kita kita taka, tom kita kita taka, tom kita kita taka, toto kita kita taka, nam kita kita taka, nam kita kita taka, nam kita kita taka, nada kita kita taka. And it should be slantless. We should always have our hands and fingers little slanting so that we can make use of our wrist to the maximum extent. So I will just show you and play. Ta. Similarly, again. Like that. So many other lessons. It keeps on increasing the knowledge and varieties of that one, how it is developed and all. So it's over to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, then next I just told about the Chapu and Moharas, Nata Tarikita Taka.
Actually, ta it is played to keep, my master always used to demand and tell me and always tell me to keep all the fingers together so that all this stamina and this thing force, it gets concentrated. So then where we can use to the maximum extent. So ta. Again, kita we used to play all three fingers and one finger, the fourth finger. Then like that. Ta. Like that. Then chapu and archapu. Actually, in our lessons, what I have learned from my guru, chapu, it is very less used, and archapu is more in all our lessons. So he should actually from next lesson, next group of lessons, keeping same taddi tomnam, actually there itself Actually, it is introduced, the chapu or chapu that is introduced to the students. So from there, the lessons are created, they're taught.
You show how
That I can
Chapo
place.
is
Shall I
introduced.
place
Chapo
it?
is introduced,
Okay,
and
say. Chapu. Or chapu. Actually, it should reach the other portion of that white first layer of the skin. This is the chapu. This is our chapu. Of course, one of the great Gubbialpuram Shivaraman, he just said, chapu, it resembles always basic shadjam. And Archapu, it should resemble the top shadja. It comes like that. So that's so next lessons are introduced. So when it comes, of course, ta, kidadaga ta, kidadaga ta, kidadaga ta, tak, kidadaga ta, tak, kidadaga ta, kidadaga ta, tak, kidadaga ta, di, kidda, tumdi. So like that, it's a tadi, tumdi. There itself, they will teach the different varieties, how the fingers, they should get exercise, they should get trained. Though, like that, ta, kidadagata, like similarly, takajinata, where we will learn how to use the maximum this wrist portion. See, that comes like that. There. So here also it wrist action. So like that. So there itself, gida kita. Actually, it's an alternate stroke. Ki, ta, ki, ta. So same lesson, it comes. Ta. There itself, they will introduce the arachapu also. It's frequently used in almost all lessons and all further developments. So then, actually, similarly, that lesson also it comes. Like talagu, we just say. Of course, in different schools, they will say palagu, and so many other syllables they will pronounce. So we will just say talagu. Talagu. See. So all the fingers, that should be together. And it should reach the opposite portion there. Of course, at different speeds it has to be practiced. So on, it just continues. So, over to you, sir.
I think viewers have actually noticed how how there are certain common playing technique, and how different common playing techniques are also there in different schools. So in our school, Chapo is played only after a number of these varasais, as I have already told you. Tha kita kita taka, diku kita kita taka, di kita kita taka, diku kita kita taka, tom kita, diku kita kita taka, nam kita kita taka, diku kita kita. Such varasais, about 50 to 100 varieties of combinations. Tad dik kita taka, diku kita kita taka, dik kita taka. With diku kita kita taka as the common finishing portion of the verses. So that is going to be common, and in place of diku kita kita, afterwards nata kita kita taka is taught with the same verses, different varieties, and only after mastering these verses, and each verse I was expected to play in three speeds. 2 letters per stroke, then 4 letters per stroke, second speed, and 8 letters per stroke, the third speed. I will show you how it is. Ta, kitta, kitta, takka, dhiku, kitta, kitta, takka, thi. This is the first speed. Second is ta, kitta, kitta, takka, dhiku, kitta, kitta, takka, dhi, kitta, kitta, takka, dhiku, kitta, kitta, takka, pum, kitta, takka, dhiku, kitta, kitta, takka, nam, dhiku, kitta, kitta, takka. And the same is played at the third speed, that is 8 letters per stroke. Ta kita taka diu kita taka di kita taka diu kita taka tum kita taka diu kita taka nan kita taka diu kita taka. So all these verses has to be practiced at these 3 speeds. We must be able to play all the different varieties of verses in 3 speeds. After we finished the practicing of these verses, then Chapu was actually taught to us. As I already told you, and as already Chandrashekar has shown, Chapu is played like this in almost all the schools. And with this Chapu, using this Chapu, a different combination was actually taught to us. I will show you. That is called Nata Tari Kittataka, where Nata are common. As usual, we play Nam and Ta. The third Ta is Chapu. Nata. It is played like that. And with this Nata Tari Kittataka, it is actually combined with Ta Kitta Kittataka, Nata Tari Kittataka, Ta Kitta. And a set of muharas, as we call it, a set of muharas which actually comprises of three sets and then reverse and then muktayam. I will show you what a muhara is and how muharas are recited and played. Ta kitta kitta taka dik, ta kitta kitta taka. In the third speed, I will tell you. Ta kitta kitta taka dik, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka nasar kitta taka, ta kitta kitta taka, ta kitta nasar kitta taka, nasar kitta taka, tam, nasar kitta taka, tam, nasar kitta taka, tam. This is one mohra. This is all these three sets and the reverse of Nasar then Muktayam. Nasar tam is called a Muktayam because it comprises 3 Nasar with 2 letters of Karvai in between. Nasar tam. Such muharas, more than about 50, 100 muharas I have been, of course, it may be an exaggeration to say, that I have been hundreds of muharas like this, different combinations I was taught. And each muhara, again, has to be played in 3 speeds, that is 2 letters per stroke, 4 letters per stroke, and 8 letters per stroke. Each muhara has to be played in 3 strokes. That is what we were expected to play, practice like that. It was a very hard task. He was a very hard task master. In fact, I have been taught more than hundreds of muharas. If I give the figure, perhaps it may be thought as an exaggeration. About 1,000 muharas I was taught. We were expected to play each muhara in 3 speeds. We have practiced like that. And after this, the Arachapu was actually taught to us. After the perfecting these muharas, which are played with Nasar Kittataka, perfecting Chapu. And then Arachapu is also played like this. Here, we have a slight difference from the Arachapu he showed. We don't actually close all the fingers. There's a slight gap, and this finger is slightly behind all these 3. These 3 are in the same plane, and this is slightly behind. And this is played like this. as he told, whatever we play, it is only from the wrist. From the wrist, we use all the letters and everything that is played, because and the very sitting posture is also very important here. The shoulders should be like this. It should not be extended like this, because the energy we have to transfer the energy to the fingers directly. If we keep like this, or if you keep the wrist very tight, then some of the energies we have we should use, or we have to use, it will be lost here by actually holding all these things like this. So we are supposed to keep our four shoulders like this, and only take all these, the position of this elbow also, it should be absolutely perpendicular, and should not be either extended like this or stretched like this. And arachop is played like this. And using this arachop, another combination was actually taught to us, that we call it as diku tari kitataka. Here, diku kitataka, as I told you earlier, that same diku tari kitataka, here that ta is actually is arachop. We should play at this speed. And all the Maharas we were taught with Nata Tarikitaka has to be repeated with this Diku Tarikitaka. That was the exercise I was given in our school. Of course, I have also had taught my disciples like this. And 50 to 100 Maharas with Nata Tarikitaka, and the same 50 to 100 Maharas with Diku Tarikitaka. They have to practice, and they must be able to play each Mahara in three speeds. That is how we were taught, and that was where the arachap was introduced. And afterwards, this using arachap, different combinations of the letters, the basic letters were taught to us. Like this, as he told, talangu. This is called talang. Here, harichapu is called as lam or plam. Or pla. If I just play like this, if we play this, plantataka, we say. Plam is represented by harichapu. So with different combinations of urutus, this Arichapu he asked us to play, practice. And using this Arichapu, with the combinations, different 2 or 3 Arichapus in one single line in Maharas. This is one Mahara using Arichapu thrice in a line. Similarly, different combinations of Arichapu, number of times Arichapu is repeated in different combinations that we were taught, and some special Maharas like this, Talang, Platataka Talangu. Like this. And then Tarikita and Takadiku are different combinations we were taught. This is called Tarikita. This is called takadiko. Along with this arechapo, these different combinations of takadiko and zarikita, along with digzarikita, we were taught as a special moharas. Because these specialized moharas are generally, are normally, are very frequently used as urutus when we were taught Nades. I will just come to Nadai. Before coming to Nadai, I wanted to stress upon this because different combinations of aksharas with this arechapo, we were taught in the way we actually practice moharas. So these are different ways of using arechapo. After all practicing all this, perfecting this moharas and playing these moharas in 3 speeds, and then we were started next stage lessons. Those are called Nades. Nades are actually called as Nades in our school, whereas in different names in different schools. That's again the difference between the teaching methods and and pathaksharas also in different varieties, in different schools, I'm sorry. These Nades, we were started with first na, dhin, na. Here, again, dhim is another letter that is introduced here. Dhim is played like this. That means between the gap between Karane and the Me Too, this is called Me Too, and this is Karane, and there is a small gap between the Karane and Me Too. This dim is actually placed is played at those points slightly towards the Karane, but this is played like this. As soon as this is played, this has to be lifted. Just for the sound to emanate here. If you don't lift this, you see it gets arrested. Dim is played like this, and Nades are actually played like this. We use this dim. Na, dim, dhin, na, twice. And different combinations of nadin dinna, nanadhin dinna, kritakadhin dinna. And thrice these nades are played, and along with that, this is only just a set of nades, and the formation of a nade is like this. Playing three times Nadai, and the last two with a Urutu. That Urutu is nothing but what we have actually practiced in Moharas. Na, din, na, nana, din, na, kidataka, din, na, takkiri, kidataka, dikutari, kidataka. So, in place of kidataka, din, na, then different varieties were added, and the entire contour of Nadin Dina Nadai, though it sounds the same, but there used to be difference in the combinations here. I will, for example, I will tell one or two, and then I will show how those are played. Na, din, na, nana, din, na, kidataka, din, na, takkiri, kidataka, dikutari, kidataka, na, din, na, nana, din, na, kidataka, din, na, takkiri, kidataka, dikutari, kidataka, na, din, na, takkiri, kidataka, dikutari, kidataka, na, din, na, takkiri, kidataka, dikutari, kidataka, takkiri, kidataka, dikutari, kidataka, tam, takkiri, kidataka, dikutari, kidataka, tam, takkiri, kidataka, dikutari, kidataka, tam. This is one nadai, as we call it. That is played like this. Here, another point I want to stress upon. Dhim Dim is actually played along with the thumb here. Though this thumb is also along with place dim. When we play Nade, dim is accompanied, is played along with this thumb, but we still call the Nade as Nadin Dinna, Nanadin Dinna, Kradin Dinna. But just to embrace the beauty of a Nade, this thumb is added to that. Is played along with dim. So this is different ways of actually adding different combinations in the place of Kidatakadindina, and correspondingly matching Urutu is played along with that. These types of Nades, number of Nades we were taught, different Nades, na, din, dinna, like that. Then Nadina, 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 Dikutarkataka, Nadina, 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 Dikutarkataka, Nadina, Dikutarkataka, Nadina, Dikutarkataka Tam, Dikutarkataka Tam, Dikutarkataka Tam. Such small Nades also, and then bigger Nades like Nadindina, like that. Nadimi, dimi, nadimi, dimi, nadimi, 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 dimi, nadimi. Same in the same pattern as Nadindina. Different Nades are played like this. Different Nades, different combinations, and matching Urutus with that. Such Nades, number of Nades were taught to us, and using different combinations of these moharas, and different combinations of not only moharas, different combination of urtus also. Iga, this is also a urutu. In the structure of the same Nade, this will be played like this. Like this, we were taught Nades. Exactly. How Nades were developed in your school? You please explain.
Thank you, sir. Actually, coming back to, I'll take just a few minutes to how to practice more Arachapu. Actually, we had Palgat Padiyar. Actually, my guru used to say Palgat Padiyar, he constructed some lessons. In Paluvarase, set to only 4 avarthanams, 4 round of that avarthanam. So where we use actually that Arachapu. For that some specific, after learning so many primary lessons, actually these Paluvarse lessons are there, like that Kedagada, 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 Kitta, Kedagadi, 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 Kitta, Kedagadom, 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 Kitta, Kedagadam, 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 Kitta, Kedagada, Kedagada, Kitta, Kedagadi, Kedagadi, Kitta, Kedagadom, Kedagadom, Kitta, Kedagadam, Kitta, Kedagada, Kitta, and that's actually in the lower speed of the rhythm. If we select, that comes to 4 avarthanams. Like that. Next, Dikutari Kitataka. Dikutari Kitataka, frequently it's used in our school. And for that, Paluvarase, of course, the same lessons as Guru, I call him Guruji only. So Guruji, he told us. So for that, Paluvarase, Patatram, it is there. Dikutari Kitataka, it is commonly used. Dakkedaga digudari kedaga dikkedaga digudari kedaga tokedaga digudari kedaga dakkedaga digudari kedaga dakkedaga dakkedaga dagadari kedaga tokedaga dagadari kedaga dakkedaga dagadari kedaga dakkedaga dikkedaga tokedaga dakkedaga dikkedaga tokedaga dakkedaga dakkeda dikkeda tokedaga dakkeda daddito digudari kedaga dam digudari kedaga dam digudari kedaga dam, where so many archaput it will comes. Okay, I'll just play that one. This is one lesson for mastering and helping students to master the Tarchapu. There is one more lesson for only 2 hours. Talagutom, talagutom, dit talagutam, dit talagutom. I'm sorry, it's only for 1 hour. Talagatom, dit talag, all, it's only the Tarchap it comes. It comes like that. So, maximum in our school, Archap is more used. Of course, coming back to the Nades and all, Nades actually, even I have had in many demonstrations of Palgat Padi Iyer. So he used to say everything, it should be set to 4 hour syllabus. Of course, it has got lot of credits and it helps us to solve so many problems. So like that. So it is set at same thing. Of course, it sounds 99%. Of course, to his perfection, if I play, I may play for 90% or even 50% also. But the fingering and style and other things, it's all very common. Some common things also are there. But Nadin Dinda, he just said, actually we are taught as Tadin Dinda. Because to tell it faster, it may not be clear and it may be difficult also unless we sit and practice. Whereas you can tell it at any faster media. So like that, all lessons and Urutus and other this thing what he said. Like that 16 Nades are there. We call it Nades actually. For that Nades, 16 Nades we are taught, and actually, as he said, lessons for other things, we just say, Dit takadada gudara kadadaga, Talaguda gudara kadadaga, Ragadita gudara kadadaga, Digada gudara kadadaga, Tagadim, Tagadita gudara kadadaga, like that. So many other things in varieties. So there we use, so Tadjidina we can play the whole day with lot of this thing. Like that, that knowledge also it is given. So otherwise it sounds same thing. Like that. So in place of Ditta, we can use all other syllables and we'll play. So like that 16 that is their thought. And I'll hand over it to Anand sir.
Now I'm going to show another variety of this tum. Tum is normally played like this. The same tum is played like this also. This is called gumki. Here, this gumki, there are so many varieties of playing this gumki, and different sounds we can just produce with this gumki just to beautify the Nades. I will show how it is played like this. It sounds like this. So it actually beautifies this Nade. And this helps in in the way in which you accompany kirtanas and all, just to beautify the bhavas of the kirtanas. So now I will play one or two nades using this gumki. So similar ways of actually playing gumkis along with nades. This will embellish the beauty when we are accompanying a vocalist. This is the main purpose of playing for a concert, because we have to enhance the beauty, embellish the beauty of the kirtana and the bhava. So we have to play only for that. So for this, we use these gumkis, different ways of gumkis. Now we will just finish it with the korupu, playing different nadais and urutus. And then at the end, we will just reduce it, starting from 1 avartam, then half avartam, and quarter avartam, and two strokes, and then one, and we will join and play mohara and tirmana. A mohara, which is common for playing in a tani, before we play the final tirmanam. We call it tirmanam, and so many people call it as muktayam. Mohara and Muktayam, but we call it as Tirmanam because it has got a distinctive feature, which is a different subject altogether to discuss about.